Hey everyone. I think every person has a dream of moving to a desolate but peaceful town, like the kind of place an old person will go to enjoy the rest of their lives. And if that doesn't sound appealing to you, then the interesting characters that stay in places like these is probably a factor that might make you want to go there. Because there are a lot of towns, especially in the UK, that harbour these kinds of people, where they're sort of weird, but also just interesting to listen to. And there's this channel that does exactly this, where he goes to these towns and just talks to the locals there. Sometimes it's funny, because they're kind of strangers you walk by on a regular basis and barely notice them. So this guy's kind of like a physical manifestation of just not caring about awkwardness and just having a conversation with them. And even if it just go on about the dumbest stuff, there are small bits of gold buried in there.
Probably not be such a cipher.
What's a cipher?
Well, somebody that bloody uses their bloody cameras to film people without their consent.
Well, he gave me his consent earlier.
Well, I did.
I don't need anyone's
thank
consent to film in public.
No, do.
Yeah, man, fuck off.
What? No.
You do know that by UK law you don't need anyone's consent to film in a public place. There's no
can
right
I film
to.
you back then?
Sorry?
Can I film you back?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
With what?
Everybody has the right.
I don't know what you mean, but what camera does he have?
Okay,
By
fine.
law.
So spot the copper.
You could call the cops
Are you
if you want.
police? Good.
Oh, I was filming this man, to be fair, and you came into the conversation. And we had an arrangement.
Is he a wizard?
I cut the knife.
I swear there's like a rope, like a magic rope down the right.
Sure, all of you have heard of the world-famous Glastonbury Music Festival, but far fewer of you will know much about the town of Glastonbury, a very unique, eccentric, interesting place full of strange, weird and wonderful characters. The video that
I always
follows
love that phrase to describe someone, characters. It's such a good, compact way of saying they're crazy.
But very interesting conversations, and I have met a very unique and diverse collection of people as I've wandered around Glastonbury today and tried to get to the bottom of what the vibe's like in this town. So join me. You're in for a wild ride, folks. Let's go.
It's nice. Oh, hell yeah.
You know what they call around here, don't you?
Avalon.
No,
That's what I read.
no, it is an island or Isle
Isle of Avalon.
But the part is, it's an outside asylum.
Outside asylum.
Yeah.
Like a lunatic asylum, but
Yeah, outside.
a free-range lunatic asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you like it here? You think this is your type of
Oh
place?
yeah, 'cause it suits me right down to the ground.
Yeah.
He fits with the crazies. No, I shouldn't say that, that's me.
Weird sense of responsibility,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. You feel like you can sort of like drop out from society a
Well-
bit, like in your caravan in Glastonbury, or
If you get a bunch of young lads coming up here,
yeah.
and you're walking down in crew, you will walk the other side or double back round.
Because you think they might bring some trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, they're dead friendly.
So even the
Yeah.
young
Yeah.
scoundrels are quite
Yeah,
friendly.
yeah.
No, that's
Even
nice.
the yobs are
That's a nice piece of heaven.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Friendly ops.
Sorry about that, mate.
Well, I'm not
But
sure.
I
I'm not
enjoy
sure.
doing it.
I'm not sure I'd like someone smacking me in the face, even if they do apologise for it after.
Yeah.
Has that happened to you
Once.
once since you've been here?
Yeah.
God.
Now,
There probably has. People just walk by doing nothing. I mean, this guy already seems to be like in nirvana, like minding his own business. Why would you want to just punch him out of nowhere?
a young lad about 14 or 15 come along, bag end. I went, I'm really happy to disappoint you, mate, because I don't take drugs.
Nothing.
I don't even have medication.
Now Glastonbury town is chock-a-block full of all these unique, quirky stores that sell potions and
I was about to say, I've seen like 3 or 4 like magic shops. They seem like they sell kind of like cosplay stuff, like outfits and, you know, small trinkets. And that's alright, but like how big is the market in this town that you can open up a shop next to like 5 other shops that sell the same thing and you still make a profit with the amount of people coming
everything
in?
to do with magic, and that attracts
Like,
a lot of
hold
people.
on, I swear, that's 3 shops in continuation next to each other. Like, there's no way people walk by here and there's an equal amount of customers going to each one to make sure they all stay
That
open.
attracts a lot of people that are of a spiritual persuasion. The rumours and the mysticism of the area of the town.
That shop we just walked by called Gauntlet, I'm sure it didn't look like a kind of like magic shop. It looked more like a clothing place, but even then the name sounds very, you know, like fantasy setting.
The visitation of Jesus Christ himself, the story
Sons of Asgard.
Remains lie in the abbey, just at the other side of the street here. It attracts all sorts of people. Now, you may sit on either side of the fence, you might think it's all a load of rubbish, or you might be a little bit spiritually focused yourself. I think that it must be said that Glastonbury is a unique, very individual town. There's nothing quite like it. So let's wander around, let's see what the people who are attracted to come and live here, to come and express themselves in this town, let's see what they've got to say.
So the town is more based on spirituality and a lot of the sort of old ways. There's lots of different types of people here. There's circles of fairies, there's circles of...
This guy looks like a clone of the guy from earlier, but younger. I wouldn't be surprised if this town was made up of people of the same person but different ages, from a different universe. Universes.
Happening. You're just about to text someone and you turn around and then they're there. That's Glastonbury.
You think it's the type of town where people get trapped?
Yeah, this guy looks like 60% like the other two guys.
By the White Spring and at the foot of the Tor, and then you'll see just so many people, so many disillusioned people with that have been harmed by society and just and take it out on people. There's just darkness here that, you know, I mean, everybody says there's so much light, but really it's just very dark. I mean, there's a lot of bad things have happened here in the past. When I was totally wounded,
We were raided by orcs.
physically, I found myself here to try and replenish myself, and you know, with the Grail and that kind of stuff. But I don't know, it's all gone a bit pear-shaped and a bit tits up actually. When the festival is on, me and my mates here haven't got two halfpennies to rub together. They make all that money from Glastonbury's name, yet they still don't even, you know, look after Glastonbury itself.
Will you play me a song? No point having a guitar there if you won't play a song.
That's up to me, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds sad. A small town. I don't imagine this town being, you know, like a massive city. So the only revenue they can really make from a festival happens like maybe at best once a year, and even then they barely make enough money.
Blessed be the honeybee, blessed be the juicy, blessed be you and me.
Do you mind me asking your name, sir?
My name's Liam, but everyone knows me as Bugsy.
Bugsy.
Yeah, I've been called Bugsy. I'm 33. I've been called Bugsy for 20.
You look younger than 33, mate.
Well, I'm 33 in
say.
a month.
What's life like?
He's probably drinking like a young age potion.
Most places I've been. I've only been on the streets for about 2 years, but yeah, it's pretty good. Like, pretty good compared to Taunton.
Yeah,
That's
I can
where I'm
imagine. I can imagine living rough on the streets would be a far more comfortable experience in this town, than in many
lush.
places I've been.
This town is lovely.
What's the community like? Do they treat you well?
Really nice. Christmas Day, you've got a Christmas dinner. A couple hundred people go to that. You know, it brings all the different types of the community together. Nobody judges.
Yeah.
Well, I say nobody judges, but you know what I mean by that. Like, there's a lot less judgment in it being in different situations than there are in different places. Yeah, man, the churches here are really helpful, really good community spirit. Even the police, down to the police, I mean, they're more understanding. They'll give you something to eat, or
Really?
They
That's cool.
They found me in. I was sleeping in an abandoned garage.
Yeah.
It's just when I found it, the door was sort of ajar and it wouldn't shut completely, but it's just a completely empty garage. Police turned up and they were like, "No, you're fine here. We haven't had any complaints or anything, but we just heard that someone was staying in it."
That's kind of nice.
I came back that night, and there was loads of brand new duvets in bags.
Oh,
yeah.
God bless.
And it could only have been the police.
The police told me the next day. They said, "Did you get all our stuff for you?"
Yeah.
There was like fireproof blankets.
Well, I don't hear stories like that when I speak to
people.
people around the rest of the country, mate. So
There was
yeah.
brand new double duvets, sleeping bags, quilts. It was the police.
All right, mate. Yeah.
And the fire brigade went there as well, and they put up a fire smoke alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
That's
that,
really
that
nice.
I'm glad I said that then, because
Yeah.
I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, I hope things improve for you, mate.
Yeah, well, thank you for that.
So, no worries, yeah.
That will help loads.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so far, this town does look like kind of place where if you want like a nice, quiet, quaint life, it would be the perfect place to live in. Even if you're homeless, of course, it's still gonna be horrible because you don't have a place to stay. But if there's barely any crime, then yeah, the police will probably take their time, you know, to help out the homeless. So that's pretty nice.
Because having food keeps you warm, keeps your head strong.
Of course, yeah.
And
Well,
hot
Liam.
food. Liam.
Yeah. My name's Wendell.
Wendell.
Yeah.
Wicked name,
Yeah.
man.
Nice to talk to you, mate.
Take care,
Yeah,
man.
take it easy.
Cheers.
Do you live in Glastonbury?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. And what's life like in Glastonbury? People often think about the festival, but they don't really know as much about the town. So you can tell them.
It's a very pleasant place.
It seems it.
Very-
Very eccentric, pleasant place.
Is that like guard music?
Diverse
Diverse, okay, yeah.
It sounds very medieval. I can hear it in the background.
place. And so when I stand here weekends doing my Christian evangelism,
Yes, sir, yeah.
and people are very pleasant to me.
Thank you for talking to me.
Pleasure. Have a
Thank
nice,
you.
nice
Yeah,
afternoon.
you've got a very nice, balanced and open-minded way about doing what you do, and
Thank you very
I
much.
respect that, I do.
I appreciate
Thank you.
your feedback. Thank
Andrew,
you.
thank you, my friend.
God bless.
Brexit has caused a lot of problems, and the hypocrisy of it is disgusting.
Yeah.
So I meet people that voted for
That was a
Brexit,
very quick turn, just someone being up in your face yelling about Brexit.
and I'm like, well, if you're so obsessed with England, with your English waving ball flag nonsense, okay,
Guys,
with
don't say
your
that.
government,
Wait, what's this?
okay, with your government, because so many government. If people knew the truth about the British royal family, there would be an international revolution. These people, we have to understand.
People already hate the royal family.
Because the very definition of a Satanist is
Unless they
someone
bring
who
up
isn't
the
on
recent documents that might come out this year, that would really cause, you know, a mess.
And it's not about Christianity or any of the exoteric or fake religions of the world. This is about, because all of these religions were taken over a long time ago by psychopaths. The Roman Empire created Christianity based on Egyptian religion.
How much is a reading?
£10.
£10. And how long does the reading take?
Well, it would take as long as it takes.
Oh, I would definitely get my future read by this guy, and I would follow it by heart.
Yeah?
Is that okay?
Get comfortable there.
Yeah.
What's your name first?
My name's Wendell.
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 My name is Taurus.
Taurus, nice to meet you, my friend.
Oh, that's badass.
Blue Cloud. I work with
With Taurus the eagle, surely there's a different animal he's thinking of.
It's all about love, air, our breath. So that is like speaking our truth. Yeah, letting the forked tongue out. Speak with forked tongue. It's all to do with like releasing of that spirit and all that fear and that suffering. And look, unclogging your throat so we can speak.
Unclogging my throat.
Yeah. So we're all.
So how do I go about doing all this? Because I'm not very experienced. You're going to show me. So we're not doing the reading yet. You were just explaining what you do.
I'm explaining my table now.
Yeah. So I'm going to put this to you because this might not work with
I feel
your...
like in this kind of town that loves fantasy stuff so much, there's at least like 10 of these guys in every single street.
So give me the best reading you can give me in 15 minutes. I'm going to hurry you along.
Pick them up.
Pick all of them up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to.
You'll have to film
you.
me. Yeah, just stick it at me.
Yeah, is
Pick
that
'em
all
up.
right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, shuffle it.
Give him a taste of his own medicine.
Well, what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, opening up to spirit now, and spirit is guiding you and supporting you. So you're calling in the support of the animals.
Yeah.
Ask a question if you like.
What, internally or
Yeah,
externally?
well, whatever way you want to do it, because you're connecting to your higher self now. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I've
when
asked-
you finish,
I've
place
asked a
them in the
question
middle.
internally.
Place them all in the middle.
Yeah.
And now I'll give you that.
Thank you.
And then we'll begin. At the moment, they're facing you. This is how you picked, and this is our spirit picked them with you.
Yep.
For me to read them as a reader, I need to pick them up, turn them around to me. If you notice, connected to the higher self, full circle, lower self. This is how you picked, and this is how spirit picked them with you. So me as a reader, I can read them now. Now we go to the west. The west is water. The position it's in is adulthood.
West is a recurring theme in my life. So I'm from the West Midlands.
There you go.
I now live in
I come from the west.
West Cornwall.
Oh.
And I used to live in West Coast Canada. and I've visited Western Australia a lot, so West is a very recurring theme for me. Does that mean anything to you?
Yes.
Okay, let's get cracking.
The Australian part sounds very pulled out of his ass, because Australia sounds more east or south than west.
The Sphinx in Egypt.
Can I show you my Egyptian tattoo?
Yeah, no,
In a minute.
In a minute, calm down, dude. Let the man finish his reading.
Do you feel my spiritual energy? Is it good?
Yeah.
Yeah? Might not be perfect, but have I got rate my spiritual energy out of 10?
I'm going to say 8.
8, I'll take 8. I'm an 8
Out of what? Out of what?
I'm an 8
now
out
you
of 10.
understand these two.
I got a feeling I could have been there for about 2 hours. Maybe.
I was about to say, if you're paying for a reading, it can't take that long, you know? Maybe I should go to him and take, the 2-hour-long travel just to get my future read. I mean, it looked very, elaborate and complex, so surely it has to be accurate. Apart from that, he didn't say how much he paid for him, but if he was talking to him for quite a bit, then I'm sure it was worth the money. I would hate if I just paid someone to, read my future and they gave me, yeah, you're gonna die, and they barely explain what they say, even if it is,
Get the best value for my tenner. I'm not sure what I've learnt. I've learnt that I've got to go and pay for my parking before my car gets towed. Then we'll go back and we'll explore the characters of Glastonbury some more. How long will that last there? If once you leave it, till it rains.
Till it rains.
So when it rains, you've got to start all over again.
You should put a spell to not make it rain for a week. That would work.
Come on, wash them off.
That would have to be the strongest spell in the UK for that to work.
It's only chalk. There's a lass called Lisa. I actually corroborated on that one. We're collaborating with us.
Yeah. On that one there.
That was pastel.
Pastel, yeah.
She sprays lacquer on them because the council try and scrub them off.
Why would they try and scrub them off when they're just so beautiful and give so much life to the place?
It's been an ongoing issue, mate.
I like the idea of a civil war between the town and the council, where the town is infatuated with this fantasy aesthetic, but the council wants to tear it all down.
The council said it's graffiti. We're talking about low level. The council, the guys who run, clean the streets up and all that. And some of the lads have pointed out, no, it's not. It's art, right?
Yeah.
And of course, I use a lot of quotes. She covers different themes, especially geopolitical and all this, right? And it's not confrontational. It's neutral. It's trying to give people knowledge, information, and then they can run with it. They can decide, make their own choices.
Of course, yeah.
But I cover different themes. I've had people recently, and I'm talking about certain elements, right, locals as well, who scrub the words out. They believe in freedom of speech, but they don't agree with what I'm saying.
They believe in freedom of speech unless it disagrees with their opinion.
Cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, freedom of speech as long as it's in line with their narrative.
As long as it goes along with the official narrative, right? Because these people are deeply programmed, as we know. There's a hell of a lot, right? And you try your best to stay neutral. I put website links on. I cover, obviously I've been doing it for a long time, 8-9 years.
Does this place even have the internet?
People from all over the world. I've met all kinds of people. It's an eclectic mix, all walks of life. A lot of them are starting to connect the dots, but it's about levels of awareness. It's a deep esoteric agenda. It's deep occult, right?
Occult.
Dark occult as well, right?
Dark occult.
And until people get out the naivety and ignorance and stop watching that idiot box in the corner of the living room,
all this.
Right? We're getting all.
There's probably a collective of 3 people in this town that watch TV, and 5 in the country.
Gateway,
yeah,
right?
yeah, they got us well and truly addicted to these
things.
It's
a surveillance device. The reason the screen's black, it's a scrying mirror. It's deep with dark occult.
Yeah.
Okay, I was with this guy for the first 2 minutes, but now he's going off a bit.
Yeah.
Carrying them in real time, contributing to the next matrix.
People talk about AI and the worry of us becoming symbiotic with AI.
Yeah.
I believe we're already symbiotic with AI.
Yes.
We've got the collective consciousness of humanity.
These guys are soulmates. That thing he drew on the ground pulled them together to meet right here in this place. It's destiny.
I'm totally off grid, but I still haven't got both feet out.
What's your name, my friend?
Gaz.
Gaz, Wendell. Nice to meet you, my friend.
All right.
Nice to talk to you. Can I take a photograph of that as well?
Of course you can.
Yeah. You're very talented, mate.
So now
he's
the
back.
outcome of your reading is now you know the truth.
Yeah.
No, there's a guy down on the left.
Appropriate action.
To move forward.
Keep communicating with
What
your
would it
higher
take?
self.
Yeah, and probably not be such a cipher.
What's a cipher?
Well, somebody that bloody uses their bloody cameras to film people without their
To
consent.
film the bloody people, him drinking his bloody tea.
So,
Really?
yes.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm just making sure.
I know, mate.
I don't need anyone's
Thank you.
consent to film.
You bring in the large town.
The lines.
Yeah.
No, don't film
But
my
you-
face. I don't consent.
But no.
You do
I
know
like that. Three fingers, read between the lines. That's clever.
film in a public place. There's no
can I
right
film
to.
you back then?
Sorry?
Can I film you back?
Yeah, if you want, yeah. I can't do anything about it if you film me.
It's the
Nobody
DVD's
has the
leaving.
right to privacy of their image in a public place.
Okay,
By
fine.
law.
So spot the copper.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of videos of this guy from this channel, and he does seem like a guy who would get harassed by people all the time filming the UK. I've heard people more pervious to that, especially in England.
Okay, I'll turn it away now, though. Yeah.
Good.
I was filming this man, to be fair, and you came into the conversation. And we had an arrangement earlier, didn't we?
I always think get pissed off.
Because I am.
He's gonna cast a spell and kill both of them.
Like it when undercover cops.
I know.
I'm not
but
an
listen
undercover
to
cop.
me, brother. I want to do some readings now. Yeah? So please give me some.
What undercover cop would target this guy to get a reading and arrest him?
I need
might
to
be
talk
annoying
to
you.
you.
No
I need
problem.
to talk to you.
I'll wander off, do a bit more filming, and I'll come and see you again in a bit.
Now, come on, mate. You have to tell him.
We can at least shake hands. No, okay. You win. You get the last laugh. I have no idea what to make of my
Is that back
spiritual
again?
reading,
Oh, they contrast so much with everyone else.
but I have the right to film in a public place. And I
Amen.
definitely know, but I'm not a police officer. Glastonbury, there's nowhere quite like it, folks. Certainly nowhere in the UK, which is as weird.
In the UK, I feel there's like 5 other places that are like a mirror copy of this
I don't think
location.
anywhere else in the world that's quite like it. The one place that springs to mind, possibly Byron Bay, Australia, but that's probably a little bit more backpacker touristy these days. I must say that the sense of community in Glastonbury is unique and pleasant, and it's been a really enjoyable place to wander around and meet the characters. There have been characters abound. I haven't struggled to bump into people to have unique and interesting conversations. So, not just worth visiting for the festival if you can ever get tickets anyway. It's worth coming to the town and meeting the wonderful, strange characters of Glastonbury. Thanks
I
for
should.
watching, folks.
I would have visited it if I didn't feel like there's a magic barrier surrounding the town, preventing people from entering and leaving. I'm amazed at how strong the love for fantasy is in this town. To the point that even the homeless, I mean, that guy wasn't homeless, he probably was, but he was able to make like kind of like a job out of people's love for magic in general by doing like guest readings. I mean, in any town you'll probably see people like that, but I feel like the odds of you making more money, getting more customers would be 10 times higher in this place specifically. But by far the busiest season for him is definitely like when the festival's around, when he's probably got like lines of people ready to get a reading, and each one takes time because, you know, he wants to give like a nice, proper, accurate reading of everyone to not lead them astray. I should go drive to this town and just like meet this man and get him to like tell me what's gonna happen in my life, and then make him sign a contract that if every single part of what he says doesn't happen exactly in my life, bit by bit, then I can't sue him for everything. Like everything that he possibly owns, including the coat, his hat, the table, and that pack of cards that looked kind of dirty, and then take his place. I don't imagine you need a lot of experience, you know, to do the job that he does, just reading futures. So, you know, it probably is a better idea that I go there and make millions of reading people's future. That sounds very nice. It.